In today's show, we have news about Disney's experience announcements, everything we known and heard, and so much more on today's Disney Parks podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast, your Disney infotainment podcast. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times, and get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Oh, hey there. Welcome to the show.
Hey, we're back.
Yep,
we missed us last week.
Yeah.
But now we got everything this week.
Yeah, we got a good show. We're going to recap, rehash all the announcements of the Disney Parks experience. We're going to talk about what they did. Next week, we'll do a complete show on all the entertainment announcements, and that's a pretty long list. Everything probably has a 2 or 3 after it. We won't spoil it for you, but you can probably figure that out. But yeah, this is, as we go through some of the stuff, we'll talk about what was announced and things, but there were things that were not mentioned or not announced or not said. So we can talk about some of those things as we go through this laundry list of things. Maybe we should just do a little 30-minute thing on, things we thought should have been announced but weren't. Things you missed, dear Josh Tomorrow. I got to get my Josh Tomorrow pen writing skills up to date.
Yeah. Your other one broke.
Yeah. I won't give a lot of opinions of things now, but as we go through, things that, hey, yes, this makes me excited. Hey, I feel that some of this needs more details. And yes, they glossed over the details yet again. Expo number 2, that kind of blue skied it, didn't really, give the details that we're looking for, but, we'll figure it out. We shall figure it out. So. All right, next, please go to our socials. Go to facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast and hit us up there. Like us, subscribe, whatever. Even drop us a note. And then do the same over on the YouTube. Smash the button, as they say. Ring the bell. Do all those social media things. Listen, it doesn't take much time. Just click. Thank you. That helps. So give that a shot. We'd appreciate it. It would help us very much.
Yes, please.
And then hit us up over on our Etsy shop. It's stitchintime00.etsy.com. We have lots of things going on over there. Let's see. We got hair scrunchies on sale. We have Halloween shirts on sale. We have stickers and decals on sale. And if you spend $75 or more, we will throw in free shipping. And a couple weeks ago, we dropped 9 new shirts. I know that is more than 9 there, but there's 9 plus a duplicate of 1. But we got 9 new shirts. Plus all our classics are there. And some of them have very limited quantity, so you may want to get them before they're gone. Get them before they're gone. Stitch in Time 00.etsy. All right, Mr. James, are you ready for some news?
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
All right, hit us up with the first one.
Right out the gate, we're going to start with Villains Land. As we all know, Villains Land is coming to the Magic Kingdom. Disney revealed new details about the upcoming Villains Land at Magic Kingdom during the Horizons: A Carousel of Progress showcase on August 15th, 2026. The big idea, Villains Land, will be a massive new area inspired by classic Disney villains, but with an original storyline rather than simply recreating existing movie locations. The story is guests enter a dark, mysterious forest after straying from the safe path. At the center At the center is a destroyed wishing well that is corrupted by an evil wish. Its dark magic has spread throughout the forest. Disney's villains have been drawn to the area, each attempting to claim the remaining power of the well. The villains have created their own fortresses and places reflecting their personalities. Disney says the land will be comparable in size and scale to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Wow.
Yep.
We already have announced 2 new major attractions as well, which would be the Maleficent Coaster, an exhilarating roller coaster featuring Maleficent. Guests can race through the enchanted briars surrounding her mountaintop fortress. Disney says the attraction will feature elements it has never attempted before on similar attractions, suggesting some significant new technology or ride design. And a Mirror Realm dark ride. A dark ride hosted by the Magic Mirror from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Guests enter the catacombs beneath the Evil Queen's palace. The Magic Mirror transports them into a mysterious mirror realm. The attraction will feature multiple Disney villains brought to life through special effects and physical sets. More than attractions, Villains Lands will also include restaurants, shops, villain-themed merchandise and food, and multiple environments to explore. Just to take away on a few of these, this isn't just a small villain-themed area with a couple of rides. Disney is positioning Villains Land as a major new land on the scale of Galaxy's Edge, with its own original mythology, large-scale environments, 2 headliner attractions, dining, and merchandise. And honestly, a destroyed wishing well corrupt by evil wishes is a pretty clever way to tie in all of this. I like it.
Yeah,
I do.
Pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
This one here, though, I still want to see, and I know we're not going to divulge into everything, but I do want to see more into this than just what we've seen so far.
Yeah. At the Imagineering Pavilion, there was not a lot of concept art or anything represented, really. I think there were 3 pieces, and the 3 pieces and the logo that you're seeing on the screen, and that was it. Compared to, Piston Peak, where they had a full-on model.
The whole thing.
Yeah. So we still don't really know. And even during the announcement, there were not a lot of details given. So we still don't know.
Which kind of tells me that they don't have a finalized vision yet.
Well, if you go to...
I mean, the groundwork has already been laid, but I think the model may not be fully completed. How's that?
Well, this is the rumor. So originally there was plans for what was going to be there. And then apparently Josh saw them when he was becoming CEO and said that it really wasn't enough and that they sent them back to the drawing board. So that may be why we're not seeing all the details yet, is maybe they did go back to the drawing board and make changes or making changes to the plan. Maybe the restaurants and things are staying the same, but maybe these 2 attractions are, going to be bigger and better, because that's what I think the quote was from Josh was, you have to make this bigger and better, and you have to make it something that's going to be, above and beyond.
Yeah, I remember. I heard that actually. Yeah. If we're going to do it, we need to do it right. Basically.
Yeah. So.
Which that I understand. I agree.
So now we don't know if that's true.
You want to finish, huh?
We don't know if it's true, but from the information we have, that sounds like it could be something logical. So.
Yeah.
So
if it turns out, as in if you quoted when it was quoted, bigger and better, then what we will get as a finished product should be, I'm going to say what we asked for, but what we've been hearing. How's that?
Yeah. So, All right, let's move on to the other item in the Magic Kingdom. And let me see if I can get my screen to do my thing. Next up, we have Piston Peak. That is the big hole in the middle of the Magic Kingdom. So Piston Peak at the Magic Kingdom has revealed new details, part of the largest expansion in Magic Kingdom history, along with Villains Land, obviously. We're going to get 2 Cars attraction. One is called Miss Fritter's Daredevil Spin-Along. It's a new Demolition Derby-style attraction starring Miss Fritter from Cars 3. She'll appear as a school bus-sized animatronic hosting the chaotic demolition bass. This is very similar to the sea ticket attraction and Cars Adventureland in California. You know, cars moving around. Very similar to that. The e-ticket attraction is going to be Cars Ridge Run Rally. The main racing attraction will take us through a rugged national park landscape. You'll climb Piston Peak to a snowy mountaintop, race down the camelback descent, blast through Geyser Field, circle the old Tankful Geyser, and finish the race with Lightning McQueen and Mater providing the play-by-play. So a couple things. One is people were saying that this could be similar to what they have out in California, where it'll be a car in a slot, kind of like our test track. But 2 things. One is that's prone to breakdown. It's a very tough ride to keep up and running. A lot of cars break down. Number 2 is when it rains, they have to shut that attraction down because it cannot operate in the rain. Very similar to our test track. This is not going to be that. It is not going to be a slot car style like Test Track or California Adventure Cars. It's going to be something completely different. And we don't know. They did not say. But they're saying it's a new kind of ride vehicle. Will feature completely new ride technology instead of a vehicle merely simulating an off-road experience. Disney says the vehicle designed to actually behave like an off-road vehicle with tires and suspension reacting to the terrain. That could make this one of the most interesting ride systems Disney has introduced in years. So almost think of it like the Indiana Jones, where the ride vehicle kind of goes back or it tilts. It's very similar to that kind of motion. When you're going up the hill, the when you're going down the hill, it'll do that. The vehicle will move, not necessarily the hill or whatever it's on. It's going to represent a lot of the national parks. The new land is inspired by the Rocky Mountains, American National Parks, and the American frontier while incorporating the Cars universe. So you're going to encounter towering forests, snow-covered mountains, waterfalls and rivers, geysers, a visitor's lodge, rangers, headquarters, trails, and wilderness areas. Imagineers are using parkutecture, great new word, thank you, which is an architectural style developed by the National Park Service that makes buildings blend naturally into their surroundings. So, yes, this is going to fit into Frontierland, if you're wondering. Actually, from the model that they have, there'll actually be a giant walking path that'll go all the way from, say, Villains or, the back or Big Thunder all the way around to Haunted Mansion. It'll be like encompassed by a giant walkway, which is on the current model that was shown at D23. So hopefully they'll keep that walkway because that, I think, will be key to getting around the area. It'll be connecting the American Wilderness theme found throughout the area from Liberty Square, the Northwoods to Tiana's Bayou to Big Thunder Mountain. The land will also use trees, mountains, waterways, and natural visual barriers to help Piston Peak blend into the Frontierland and Liberty Square. And they've been doing some of those balloon sight tests, where they put balloons in certain areas to check on sight lines. because I think they don't want, like, if you're standing at Cinderella's castle, they don't want you to see a big geyser. So I don't know how they're gonna, do all that. But hey, that's Imagineering's job, not mine.
Go away green, baby. Go
Well,
away green.
something. Go away.
Go away
small
something
amount.
is right.
Yeah, small amount buried lower. I don't know. But I think this is going to be good. I think this is going to be a good addition. And the other thing that was interesting is that entire area is going to be 13 acres. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That if you think about what was not being used in the middle of the Magic Kingdom, 13 acres, because Tom Sawyer Island sometimes wasn't even open. So
No.
13 acres being unused, I mean, that's huge. That's a huge win. So it'll be good. It'll be good. Did you see any of these pictures, like the one that we have up on the screen here?
I've seen pictures of the scale model.
Yeah.
From the event, but I have not seen some of the photos, the rendering photos itself. No.
Yeah. They had a lot of things in the Imagineering Pavilion for this attraction. I think they've been working on this the longest because there was a lot of stuff to see.
They've been hyping, and they're putting a lot of hype into this one, which is good. This is if this turns out to be anything like the one in California, it will be a major ticket event attraction. So. I mean, obviously, it is already coined as a e-ticket attraction is. So
yeah. And Jason Grant is leading this project. If you don't know Jason Grant, he is responsible for bringing the Orange Bird back.
Hooray!
Yeah, and I don't know. I know I have his phone number and email, but I don't know if he'll come on and talk about this. It's too early in the project. Maybe when it's over, maybe we can convince him to come on. But I don't know. I'll reach out and see what I can finagle. All right, next up.
Sure. All right, Freud. Now that you're done making your, I can't help myself. That would. It was a good one though. You might want to hold on to that one.
Yeah, good.
All right. All right. Back to the. Never mind. Disney Cruise Line updates. Disney Believe launches in late 2027 as the 4th Wish class ship and will feature new venues and entertainment inspired by several beloved Disney stories, including Moana, Frozen, Encanto, Snow White, and The Little Mermaid. The Grand Hall will feature the ship's central hall. A central Grand Hall will be themed around Disney's Moana and the spirit of exploration. A bronze statue of Moana and Pua and Hei will be the centerpiece. The design will incorporate Polynesian-inspired finishes and craftsmanship reflecting the South Pacific setting. The ship's overall theme centers on believing in magic, family, nature, yourself, and the fantastical. Toy Story? Tony? Toy Story will be at the stern of the ship. The stern will feature larger-than-life Woody and Buzz Lightyear sculptures. The pair will appear using using giant yellow crayons to write Disney Believe across the back of the ship. The lettering will use playful Toy Story-inspired block style rather than the traditional Disney Cruise Line script. I don't know better than you at this point.
Yeah.
Tinkerbell bow artwork. The bow will feature a hand-painted filigree design of Tinkerbell based on her original 1953 Peter Pan appearance. Silhouettes of Peter Pan, Wendy, Captain Hook, and other characters will appear flying around her. Then also, you got some new ship classes also coming in 2029. Disney's also revealed the first details about the entirely new class of Disney Cruise Line ships launching in 2029. Disney plans to expand its fleet to 13. 13, folks.
Yep.
We started with 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at 13.
Yep.
3 ships will make up this new class. They'll be larger than the Wonder, but smaller than the Wish. Their mid-sized design will also allow Disney to visit new destinations and reach new audiences. Disney says the smaller size will provide great flexibility for future itineraries around the globe. The Disney Believe looks like it's going to lean heavily into the idea of hope, exploration, and believing in the impossible, with Moana taking center stage in the Grand Hall and the Woody and Buzz Stern artwork. That's going to be one heck of a photo op.
Yep. So, this, well, not this summer, next summer, they will double the amount of itineraries going out of the West Coast. The Magic and the Wonder will be doing double duty to Alaska next year. Mm-hmm. And the Wish is going to Europe for the first time. And will be over in Europe most of the year. So
which leaves us with the rest.
Yeah, that'll probably give us the Treasure, the Destiny, and Believe here on the East Coast.
And the Dream.
Yeah, so the question, everybody was asking me, this middle of the road class, it's not as big as the Wish, it's not as small as the Magic and the Wonder, something in between there. Where would they put it? Where would they, where's this going to go out of? My thoughts, this was my initial thoughts, and I have no idea. I'm just speculating. I would think something in the Panhandle, like, maybe Louisiana or
Galveston has a place.
Galveston, something down there, or go back to New York and go north, to PI Island, Canada, all those places up there, Maine, whatever, and do cruises north of, out of New York City. Yeah. So we'll see. But 13 ships is going to be a lot, so there's going to be a lot of different things. And now that they've shortened up the adventure contract in Europe, maybe we will see that ship, going out of a port.
It's getting a little interesting with the adventure out there.
They are building a larger port here in Port Canaveral. I don't think it's for Disney ships. I think it's more for the Royal Caribbean monsters that are being built. But hey, you never know. They might want to share it, so we'll see. Lots to think about on that. Why is this not working? I don't know. All right. Next up, we have Monstropolis. Hey, they bumped up the date. Monstropolis will now be opening in 2027. Now, they didn't say spring, summer, fall. They just said 2027. That could be December 31st of 2027 for all we know. Knowing Disney, that's what they're going to do. Disney has revealed more details about the upcoming Monstropolis land at Disney's Hollywood Studios, inspired by Monsters, Inc. While the door coaster is still under construction, part of Monstropolis are expected to open in 2027. Here are some of the highlights. So, Welcome to Monstropolis will be a brand new song written by Disney legend Randy Newman. Oh, thank God. Created specifically for the Disney park. Glob Theater, this will be over in the old Muppet Theater. Glob Theater guests will see a new show called Welcome to Monstropolis, hosted by Mike and Sully, introducing humans to the monster world. And I think, one is it is the Muppet Theater, because once you come in, it'll be the first place you'll stop, and then they'll welcome you into the monster world. Over at the old pizza place, Archie's Scare Pig Pizza will be a new pizza restaurant featuring Archie, the six-legged Fear Tech mascot. A Monsters University Alumni Club, a themed location celebrating Monster University clubs, fraternities, sororities, and legendary scares. I'm assuming that's going to be like in the Mama Melrose building. Scareporium, where the old Muppet place used to be, will be the land's merchandise shop where guests can pick up. They're really not taking any of these buildings down. They're just changing the facades of them. I don't know if you kind of caught that hint. Harry Hansen's
speed up the process.
Yep, Harrison's restaurant. We are going to get a restaurant, and that'll go over maybe Mama Melrose. Will be a highly themed restaurant inspired by Mike and Celia's famous date. It will feature an audio animatronic sushi chef and a menu unlike anything currently at Walt Disney World. So maybe we're going to get a sushi restaurant because we really don't have one. I mean, California Grill has sushi, but it's not a full-on sushi restaurant. So why can humans visit Monstropolis? Well, the land has an actual story behind it. After Mike and Sully discovered that laughter produces more energy than screams, Monstropolis transforms from a society powered by fear into one powered by laughter. That discovery also charged how monsters view humans. The city called a Department of Human Relations to help monsters understand and welcome humans. This led to Human Day. Humans understand, monsters are nice. Get it? Humans, U-H-U. Okay. You can read it later. The celebration will officially welcome humans into the Monstropolis for the first time. Guests will be able to explore the city, interact with the monsters, eat monster cuisine, shop, and experience everyday life as a monster. So, all coming in 2027. So, this all sounds interesting. Now, the only thing, I mean, it's a pretty good list of some things, but there's only one attraction and the movie, the show. I don't really count shows as attractions. I know Disney does. I don't know. It's my pet peeve. But there's only the one thing. Now, they did say that this, the coaster attraction is going to have a lot of tech that has never been used in an attraction or in a Disney theme park. So you are going to start, in your load area, and then in 3 seconds be lifted up and shot out into the warehouse. So that's going to be...
And it's suspended.
In a suspended coaster. Yeah. Your feet will be dangling.
Which will be Disney's first ever.
Yes. It'll be your first dangling coaster amongst all the other firsts that will come with this thing.
Inverted. Yeah.
Yeah. But it sounds interesting. Sounds very cool. I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. Maybe they could put the Christmas lights back then too.
Don't push your limits. Start here first.
All right. Get the coaster going, and then we'll talk about Christmas lights.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Maybe they'll put enough outlets in there for you.
Yep. Talk about tomorrow, Mr. James.
All right. Well, tomorrow, not yet, but Tomorrowland in Disneyland, though, park is to be reimagined. Jeez. Disneyland Resort has announced that Tomorrowland at Disneyland Park will be completely reimagined as a part of a major transformation. Imagineers are already working on the plans for the next generation of Tomorrowland. The project will honor the original 1955 Tomorrowland while giving the land a fresh, modern future. The plans call for a new attraction experiences. The land will feature more open spaces and new areas for guests to relax and imagine the future. Disney wants to restore Tomorrowland's original themes of optimism, innovation, exploration, and possibility. Disney says it intends to preserve the elements guests love while creating new experiences for future generations. Disneyland is essentially hitting the reset button on Tomorrowland, keeping Walt's original spirit of looking forward to the future while creating a new version of the land for today's and tomorrow's guests. And as always, Disney hasn't say when all of this will happen.
Yeah. Yeah, so, it's interesting. So, Fantasyland, years ago, long time ago, was completely closed in California. Like, they drew the bridge up on the castle, shut it all down, and completely redid Fantasyland. Now, are they going to do that again for Tomorrowland? I mean, they kind of did it years ago when they put Star Tours in there. They ripped up a great deal of Tomorrowland and reconnected things, and their Wedway People Mover disappeared and things like that. So I don't know. And the other thing you have to think about is they don't have a lot of space. Not to use a pun of Tomorrowland, but there's not a lot of area for them to be doing crazy building stuff. So I'd love to see plans, of this. I know they're working with the city of Anaheim on getting more property and stuff like that, but it's got to fit into the Disneyland, shoe. So I don't know. Maybe they'll bring back the Montecito house. Yeah, everybody's too young to remember that. All right, let's move on to the Disney World, Tomorrowland. We are getting our Carousel of Progress update because it's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. First up, we're going to get some new voices. Disney legend Jamie Lee Curtis is going to do the voice of Mom, and Emmy winner Bryan Cranston is going to be the new voice of Dad in the Carousel of Progress. So that should be fun. I hope they keep Jamie Lee from cursing. Walt Disney joins the attraction. The new animatronic of Walt will appear in the opening based on his 1964 Goes to the World's Fair presentation. So you actually get to see Walt do that presentation before this kicks off, which please let it be good. Please let it be good. The entire show will be updated. Every scene will move to a new time period while keeping the classic family and attraction optimistic message about progress. Don't fret, the Sherman's song, There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow, will still return during in between each scene. And I was just reading that Bob Gurr has been kind of hired as a consultant because he worked on the 1964.
Yes, I was just going to bring that up.
He did the 64 World's Fair. He did the Ford Fairway. He did the Carousel Progress. He worked on It's a Small World, all those things. So he was actually there. All right, so let's talk about the 4 acts. Act 1 will take place in 1960. Set in 1969, the family gathers around the television, believe that or not, to watch the historic Apollo 11 moon landing. Yeah, baby. Act 2 will be in the 80s, set on Halloween night in 1985. Sarah takes a larger role as the family enjoys new appliances and technology. John hands out candy while Uncle Orville once again finds himself dealing with the lack of privacy. And no privacy, I say, no privacy. Act 3 will be 1999. Ooh, Y2K. Maybe the whole thing will blow up. The family prepares for New Year's Eve of the year 2000. With the emerging internet changing how everyone connects, Grandpa falls asleep before midnight, naturally. Act 4 will be the future. The final scene jumps into the futuristic world featuring robots, space travel, advanced technology, inspired in part by original concept art from Disney legend John Hench. So that's pretty cool stuff there. So why is Disney doing it? Well, to keep Walt's original idea alive. Technology changes, families, optimism, and the future all remain constant. The new decade also allows guests to see technology, fashion, music, and everyday life from periods they may remember themselves. Some people may be old enough to remember the 80s. Some people may not be old enough to remember the 80s. Or some may have done things in the 80s they don't want to remember. So we'll see. The carousel is currently closed, and this will open in late 2027. Late spring of 2027. So that's pretty cool stuff. I'm looking forward to this. I want to see, Disneyland's got their Walt. We're going to get our Walt. I also I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's a great person. She is a Disney legend, so great that she's, bringing her voice to this. But I think it will be cool. I like to see what they're going to do with the future scene. I mean, we already have, self-driving cars almost, and robots, and, we have the little BDX droids. We got Olaf walking around talking to people who's a robot. So it'll be very interesting to see how they, what is Disney and Disney Imagineers' idea of the future. We're going to be walking around with Apple Vision Pro, mounted on our heads. So we'll see. We'll see what they got. All right. Next up.
Well, we are stepping inside the casita.
Ooh.
Disney has discovered new details about the Encanto ride at Animal Kingdom. The Encanto ride coming to Animal Kingdom. Disney has revealed the major new details about the Encanto attraction coming to the new Tropical Americas land at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Antonio's Fiesta de Encanto. The attraction's official name is Antonio's Fiesta de Encanto. The story takes place on Antonio's gift day, when he receives the ability to communicate with animals. Guests will then travel through the casita, riding in magical furniture that moves and reacts like characters. The attraction will explore new areas of the magical home that weren't seen in the movie. The journey ends in Antonio's room, which has been transformed into a lush Colombian rainforest. More than 50 animals will appear throughout the attraction, including a capybara, toucan, and a donkey. Disney Imagineers worked with Disney Animals, Science, and Environment teams to ensure the animals are accurately represented. There will be no height requirement, making it a true family attraction. Original Encanto voice actors Stephanie Beatriz, Jessica Darrow, and Diane Guerrero are returning to provide their voices. There will also be El Carousel de los Armadillos. Disney's also revealed the name of the land's second attraction, which is El Carousel. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. A classic-style carousel with an Animal Kingdom twist featuring 22 hand-carved animal figures inspired by Disney and Pixar stories, designed as a relaxing attraction suitable for all guests and ages. Also, more coming to the Tropical Americas. The new land will also feature Indiana Jones and the myth of the Jade Serpent, a new Indiana Jones adventure, a massive hacienda-style quick-service restaurant expected to be one of the Walt Disney's world's largest shopping locations, a Maya-inspired children play area featuring hands-on archaeological exploration. The Tropical Americas is definitely shaping up to be a major expansion at the Animal Kingdom, combining Encanto, Indiana Jones, animals, Colombian culture, and rainforest environments.
Yeah. This all sounded interesting. Like, the attraction sounds pretty cool. The ride vehicles are very interesting. Yeah. Each one is very unique. But my only question is, do we need another carousel? I mean, really? I I don't
Was
think
that
so.
like to make the second one we have now?
Yeah, I mean, there's one in the Magic Kingdom. Now there'll be one there.
And then there'll be one there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need another
Why don't we
carousel.
just slap another one? We got 2 more parks we can do. Why not?
I don't know. I think that was a very easy way out. I think they couldn't think of something else that was Encanto-ish that they could, build for this. I think that was just a very easy way out of, we got a character, we'll put all Pixar characters on. Blah, 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 blah. I don't. It's not. I think they could have done better. I think they could have done way better. And a play area. Nobody wants a play area inside a theme park. We want attractions inside the theme park. If I want to go play, I'll go.
110. Not at 110.
Yeah. If I want a playground, I'll go back to my hotel. That's where the playground is. I'm not spending $149 to go on a playground. It's ridiculously stupid. All right. I'm off my box. Moving on to the next. This is Indiana Jones. So, got a lot of updates on the Indiana Jones. This is, like we said, Indiana Jones and the Myth of the Jade Serpent. This will be an Indiana Jones attraction, obviously. Indiana Jones and the Myth of the Jade Serpent is coming to the Animal Kingdom, obviously. Believe it or not, we are going to get an actual Harrison Ford model animatronic. First time ever.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Yep, you can actually see Harrison Ford as an animatronic in this attraction as Indiana Jones. So it's going to be very interesting. Hey, listen, we have Johnny Depp over at Pirates. Why not do a Harrison Ford, right? The attraction will combine classic Indiana Jones adventure style with Animal Kingdom focus and natural culture. The story draws heavily on the Mayan culture. If you saw what this thing looks like from the outside, it's pretty forbidding. Its connection to nature, taking a guest beneath an ancient temple into a mysterious underground cenote. Guests will join Indy as they accidentally enter the Mayan underworld, said to be protected by a giant serpent-like creature called Tuscan. Tuscan? Why has it got to be snakes? The ride will feature plenty of danger, including bats, scorpions, fire, flames, and snakes. So they did not mention anything about the ride vehicle or the track. My assumption and everybody else's assumption in the world is the layout of the track will stay the same, but everything else will just be gutted and completely redone to be Indiana Jones, and not
That
like
was
the
my thought process too.
Yeah, and not like the Indiana Jones in California. Different story. Maybe the same-ish ride vehicles thing, but definitely different story. So, and that's all they really said about it. They didn't really lay any more details on us. There were no images of the ride vehicles I saw, online or anywhere, even in their press packet. So, we'll see. All right, last one, Mr. James. Bring us home.
Let's go. Well, we just can't wait. Be prepared. New details on the Lion King ride coming to Disneyland Paris. Construction is underway on the first ever immersive land themed to the Lion King at Disney Adventure World. The new water attraction, guests will journey through Simba's story from cub to king, featuring iconic scenes and songs in the 1994 animated classic. Pride Rock, the attraction will be built around a 120-foot tall Pride Rock. The ride will use a new flume system and include a 52-foot drop, making it one of the resort's largest attractions. We'll have an immersive storytelling, audio animatronics, special effects, music, and memorable scenes, including Simba's final confrontation with Scar, will bring the movie to life. Entire Lion King land beyond the attraction, the area will include dining, shopping, and character experiences. Part of the larger transformation, the Lion King area is a major component of the ongoing expansion and transformation of Disney Adventure World at Disneyland Paris. Disneyland Paris is essentially turning the Lion King into a full-fledged land anchored by a major musical water ride that retells Simba's story with a pretty serious 52-foot plunge thrown in for good measure.
Cool.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah. Well, our Splash Mountain is 60 feet, so you're 8 feet short of being the biggest one.
It's not bad though.
Yeah, no.
It's a 52-foot for Paris,
Yeah.
considering that's probably the biggest thing they have right now.
Yeah. See, I don't think this should have been a boat ride. I feel that this should have been a safari vehicle, like you were going on an African safari.
Yeah.
That would be way more fun than getting into a damn boat again. You know, I don't know. Just me. Just my 2 cents. All right, Mr. James, you ready for some headline?
And now, the headline news.
All right, so here are some things that were lightly spoken about or glossed over. There will be 2 new space mountains. One is in Tokyo, which we've spoken about. They took their space mountain to the ground and completely built a new one. All new ride vehicles, not like ours. Nice little seats, comfy seats, the whole shebang. Paris is completely redoing theirs, but they are not taking it to the ground. They're redoing the outside and redoing the inside, but not completely doing a demo job. They don't have Oriental Land Company money there.
They have
Paris money.
Disney World
They
money.
have baguettes and croissants, and that's all they can pay their workers in. The other thing that was announced is the Yeti here in Animal Kingdom is actually going to get fixed. Now, they didn't say how, they didn't say when, they didn't say why, where. All they said was...
We know why, we just don't know when and how.
Yeah, they said...
The why is it's been broken.
They said it's being fixed, and that was it. And then they brought out Gloria Gaynor to sing the disco, because we call it the Disco Yeti. So... the other thing they dropped and didn't give any more really details, it was just like 3 sentences. They said Spaceship Earth is going to get a completely new story and update. They said they're going to change the story to about connections of people, not communication, what it's currently based on. I don't know if you know that, but the story is based on communication. Now it's going to be based on connections. Kind of going with the theme of Epcot of lately, which is connections. Hong Kong is getting something called Stark Expo. So they're going to get a whole new land over there and attraction. Disneyland Avenger Campus over in California is going to double in size. They are getting something called Infinity Defense. And the other one will be Stark Flight Lab. That's the one where you're going to sit in the seat and then it's like an arm that will... so that should be interesting. I hope it comes with puke bags for everybody. Also over in California Venture, they are getting a Coco attraction. Good for you. You can have that. That's on us.
You can have that.
You can have that. That's free. That's our gift.
You can have the other.
Yeah, that's our gift. We got Encanto. You get Coco. That's our gift to you. Tokyo is getting Tokyo is getting a Sugar Rush Sweet Rescue. Yes, a Wreck-It Ralph attraction. They didn't say anything else about this thing. They showed a picture. It looked really cool, and we're not getting it. So once again,
once again, like Paris, we don't have trading.
We don't have the Oriental Land Company money to pay for this. We'd have to sell off ESPN in order to afford something like this.
Probably plus something else.
Yeah. So that was that. And I don't know if you all have been listening to the news or whatever, but they announced all the legends. The legend ceremony was fine and all that. But there were a couple pokes at Bob Iger. He became a legend, but he also bought or part of, with other people, bought the Lakers for $12 billion. So when you complain about your ticket prices, it all seemed to funneled into Bob's pocket for $12 billion.
Bob did just fine.
I think Bob scraped a lot off the top before he left the building to buy a basketball team for $12 billion. That's a ridiculous amount of money for a basketball team.
There's a little known CEO that was in between him between the first and the second run that he may have scraped his money away too.
Well, speaking of Chapek, he is writing a book, and when I say the book, I'm going to use my air quotes. Book. It's going to be more of a pamphlet because I don't know what he's going to.
Like one page.
I was there. I ruined everything, and then I left.
Chapter 1.
And they called me Bob Paycheck. I don't know. I got in. COVID happened. The world came to a stop. I ruined everything, destroyed it, and they called me Bob Paycheck, and I left. The end. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I don't know if it's on audio. I'll rent it on audio from, I don't know, the library for free or something. But I have to listen to what this dude's got to say about being CEO for 2 years.
He's a 272-page book.
Well, if it is, there's going to be one word per page.
It's called Behind the Castle Walls.
CEO at Disney Company.
It's
called
Behind the Castle Walls.
Oh boy. I got fired.
And it's going to release in a little over a month from now. September 29th, 2026.
Well, apparently he was there for 2 years and it took him 2 years to write it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. What else was there? What were some things that were left out that there were no discussions of? So nothing really happening at Epcot. There was no announcement. Oh, I take that back. There were no announcement of a new country like everybody was hoping. All right, there are things that were announced that maybe we were all hoping were going to be back at the table. Like over in England, we were going to get the Mary Poppins attraction or whatever. That did not happen. Remember, there was an announcement that we were going to get this beautiful big theater on Main Street at the Magic Kingdom. Actually, construction on that happened. They cleared all this back area, and then obviously COVID happened, and obviously nothing happened. So we don't know. Will that ever come back? Will we ever get that theater? I think it's a great way. I would think it would be great for that. Who is it? Who's the place that has it? Not Tokyo. Shanghai. Shanghai has a theater that seats like 7,000 people, and apparently it's fantastic. They actually almost sell tickets. Like out, you don't have to go into the park. You can actually go see the show, almost like Drawn to Life.
Oh wow!
Without, having to buy a park ticket. So I thought that would be a very interesting concept. Now, the other big bomb they dropped that they did not speak about is that Figment and Dreamfinder are coming back. Okay?
It didn't say how, though.
Didn't say how. Didn't say when.
Didn't say where. Or
Didn't
where?
say. Well, we're hoping. We're hoping
Well,
in
we're hoping
the
we know
pavilion,
where.
the Imagination
Yeah.
Pavilion.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know. Now, isn't that where the DVC lounge is currently? The
On
Imagination.
top, yes.
Yeah. So people are getting worried, like their DVC lounge could disappear if they do
don't-
decide to overhaul that
I don't
pavilion.
foresee if they were to overhaul anything, and this is
Mhm.
just my personal opinion.
Hmm.
I could foresee them overhauling the ride because it was grotesquely shortened when they redid it.
Well, they could put a Dreamfinder Figman meet and greet up there, and you would
They
lose
could
your
do
lounge.
that, sure.
You would lose your lounge. So who knows? Who
See
knows?
how many of them complain.
Now, our dear friend Tony Baxter has retired, but I really feel if you're going to do something, you have to bring him back as a consultant. He'll probably, you could pay him in churros. I think at this point, I really think he would do it for free. I just think he wants to see it back to maybe not its original form, but a better than original form.
Version.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
with today's technology
no different
and
than
stuff.
Bob Gurr. I think,
Yeah.
like you said, he would. Bob Gurr just there to consult. I don't think.
Yeah.
He's doing it for the love of Disney. I mean, he's not.
Yeah.
That's been his passion since day one.
Yeah.
So,
But I think there's enough technology where we can get something that is as good as the story of the first one is as good, and the technology is better there where we can actually get something that's pretty cool. Would I love to see a Dreamfinder walking around with a Figment kind of like Mando and Grogu? Yes, that would be very cool. Would I love to see the Muppet Lab walk about some park? Yes. Would I love to see my walking, talking Wally come back? Yes. I mean, why not? You got these stupid BDX things and you got an Olaf. Why not all the other stuff? So, I don't know. What else was there? I think that was it. There might have been some other loose ends. If you have Disney Plus, you can watch this entire presentation on Disney Plus. It's streaming there. There are other things from the expo that you should watch as well, which were pretty cool. The Legend ceremony is pretty cool. So, anything else, Mr. James, that you got that you want to talk about for the parks?
I don't think so.
No?
I think we're good.
All right. Well, then,
We covered that. Until next week.
Yeah. Hit us up on our socials, facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. On the YouTube at youtube.com Disney Parks Podcast. Please, just like the button, drop a comment. All those stupid things help. Just put hello. I saw it.
Hi.
Whatever. That's all fine. Next up, go to our Etsy shop, stitchintime00.com. Like I said at the top of the show, we got lots of things on sale. And then if you want free shipping, use the promo code FREE75. So if you spend $75 or more, we will ship it to you for free. All right, tell them, Mr. James, where to find us.
If you can't find us here, you can always find us in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.